and welcome to Tuesday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where on a cold, windy day here, we're going to be having a go at a puzzle by an old friend of the channel. Floriian Wortmann has created a puzzle called Mushroom Dance, presumably because these are a little bit mushroom-shaped, and it's just a normal region sumline puzzle. But lots of you have written to us to say this is wonderful and not too difficult. It's got 3 stars out of 5 for difficulty, and very much looking forward to having a go at this. I haven't done a puzzle by Florian for what feels like at least a couple of months, and I think Florian's been making puzzles that we've featured probably since COVID times, so I've no doubt we're in for a treat with this one. As I say, lots of recommendations to have a look at it, so we'll read the rules together. It's just simple in inverted commas, region sumlines, and we'll read those rules in a moment or two's time. But before we kick off, a few things to mention. Firstly, thank you so much if you joined us last night for what I think was a pretty interesting blueprint stream. So Mark and I were in the Blueprints mansion last night. We never have great expectations as to what we're going to achieve, but I think we did. We did manage something. I'm not exactly sure what it was last night, but we did definitely do something quite unexpected. So I'll try and remember to put a link to that video on the screen in case you missed the live stream, and you can catch up on the VOD as Maverick flew over, as you probably just heard there. Well, let us know in the comments what you think of what happened, which I think was it feels a bit surreal, but anyway, very much fun was had. That's important to note, and we'll certainly, I think, be back in the mansion next Monday evening, so look out for the scheduling of that stream. Other than that, over on Patreon, a couple of things to mention there. Firstly, we've got the Spider-Man Sudoku hunt for the month of May, our competition. That runs until the 20th. Chance to come onto the channel and solve a puzzle. If that might appeal, do get involved. Only 8 puzzles to do, and remember, if you do get stuck, you can go over to the Discord server, the Cracking the Cryptic Discord server, where there is a Patreon-only dedicated chat channel, and over there you can find hints and tips as to how to get yourself unstuck. It's a very friendly bunch over there, so I do recommend it if you are stuck. But there's also a bit of a bonus over on Patreon, because especially if you enjoy our crossword content, we released a new video last night in which I solved a puzzle by Oscar, and Oscar, it was Oscar's first ever cryptic crossword construction, and he sent it in to us, and Mark tested it and thought it was so good that we should have a go at it in a video. So I did that, and it was very good. It's an astonishing achievement, really, to make your first cryptic crossword construction any good at all, because it's so difficult to write the clues precisely, but Oscar did do it. So if you're into your cryptic crosswords, you might enjoy that. That's over there on Patreon right now too. Now let's do some birthdays. Keith, you turned 78 today. You came to the channel for the Sudoku, but you've stayed for the word games. I think you enjoy all the word stuff we do, all the cryptic crosswords, Mark's Wordle in a minute, the connections and gridograms. So thank you for watching all of this stuff. I know that you taught language arts for 46 years. So perhaps it's not surprising you would gravitate towards the word puzzles in the end. But Keith, I hope you have a great birthday today. Many, many happy returns. Oh, the next one is not a birthday. It's just we had a very kind email from Australia, from Zach and Bree, who watch daily and have been getting into the minute cryptic videos. But anyways, it was a kind email, so thank you both for that. But you wanted to know how many emails we receive daily. The answer is, well, it's certainly hundreds. Many hundreds, and some days I'm sure it will go over 1,000, so it's a lot. In fact, yeah, I mean, I've talked a bit about this in the past, but probably I would guess 80% of the emails can be dealt with incredibly quickly. So it's sort of a glance and then move on. It's the 10 to 20% of them that you know, that are more difficult. You know, the 80% might include people trying to sell us stuff, or people trying to ask us to sell their stuff, or simple spam. You know, it's that sort of thing. But the 10 to 20%, and yeah, they're the ones where you have to think. Sometimes you have to write a reply. Sometimes you have to do something. Those are the ones that take the time. And actually, a lot of the time I think that Mark and I spend around the channel is on emails. So it's not like we just record a video and then get on with life. This very much for both of us is our lives. And it's great. I mean, it's a great privilege. I mean, who wouldn't want to solve puzzles as a job? But certainly, yeah. So the short answer is hundreds, if not thousands. There we go. Anyway, thanks for the emails, Zach and Brie. Another birthday, though. Charlie, your best friend Maria wrote in. And Charlie, I think I remember that you wrote... you asked for a shout out for Maria, if I remember rightly, and you'd composed a poem for her, which I know she was incredibly touched by. But she wanted to sort of respond in kind, not with a poem, but she wrote some very lovely words about you. I know that you're a beautiful, kind, and loving soul, a wonderful writer and storyteller, and you inspire her every day. And she says you're a great cat daddy to Willow. So Charlie, I hope you have a great birthday today. I do hope there's some chocolate cake in store. And then finally, last but not least, Stefania over there in Iceland. Stefania's turning 16 today and has been watching since COVID. So Stefania, thank you so much for watching for that amount of time. I know your mum doesn't understand why you enjoy the channel. What? I mean, that's ludicrous. Ludicrous. But anyway, Stefania, many happy returns. I hope the chocolate cake is good, and good luck with the driving lessons / test. But that's all the news. Shall we have a go? Mushroom Dance by Floriian Wortmann. The rules are not going to take long to read. Let's see what we have to do today. We've got normal Sudoku rules applying, so we're going to have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. And then the 3x3 box borders divide each blue line into segments, and along an individual line, those segments must have the same sum. So let's do this one. You can see as the line, so the line only spends one cell of time in box 5, and then it crosses this border, then it spends a few cells of time in box 6, and then it exits and goes up there. So what this rule means is that these 3 digits, the 3 purples, you sum them up and you'll write that digit into the yellow cell and the green cell, actually, because these are going to have because every segment along line has the same sum. Effectively, that means those 2 digits will be the same. But that's how region sum lines work. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. I mean, I think Florian's been quite kind here, hasn't he? Because it certainly looks like most of these lines, if not all of them, have a 3-cell segment versus certainly all of those. If we just study those cells for a moment, on each of these segments must add up to at least 6. Because the minimum we could populate those digits with is a 1, 2, 3 triple. So that means that, well, it means those 2 digits. Okay, yeah, well, let's use colours. So we'll make these 2 cells green because they must be the same, because they're going to have the same segment sum as whatever those 3 sum to. So they've got to be at least equal to 6. Right, and these 2 can't be. They must also sum to at least 6, but they can't be green because these 2 are in the same box. The same is true for that one. Let's make that one orange. That's got to be at least 6, and it can't be green and it can't be purple. And this one is quite pretty as well. Let's make that indigo. And we know that this must be another flavour of 6, 7, 8 and 9 because it sees purple, it sees orange, and in its column it sees green. So these are the digits in some order. These are the digits 6, 7, 8, 9. Now what's this one? This, no, I was going to say, nah, I don't quite know yet. I think I will know. Let me just have a look at this. So let's have a think. Obviously this digit, whatever it is at least 6, and it can't be green and it can't be orange. So it's either indigo or purple. If it's... Oh no, it doesn't work. I don't know then. Oh, bobbins. I don't know. I don't like leaving loose ends, but I can't see immediately what that is. Okay, I've seen something else though. Green is restricted in box 2 because green can't go in its own column, and it can't go in its own row, and it can't go on its own region sum line. Because imagine this was green. Then in order for this segment to sum to green, those two cells would both have to be a 0, and that's not going to work. So green in this box, we don't quite know where it is, but it's in one of 2 places. And it nearly has to be on the line at the bottom, which would be very powerful, because it's quite difficult to put high digits on 3-cell region sum lines that add to a single digit total. Because imagine green was 7, 8 or 9. It then couldn't go in these cells. Because imagine it was 7, well, we'd be adding at least a 1 and a 2 to 7, and that would give us 10, which couldn't be accommodated within the orange digit. So the only way that green is on this line here in either of these cells is if it's 6, and that would make orange have to be a 9. Yeah, but this pattern is the same here, isn't it? Where's orange in box 8? Orange is in one of 2 cells, so orange is also... It seems to be trying to get onto this green line. And again, the only way it can be on the line is if orange is 6. Oh, sorry. Good grief. Right, look at where's purple in box 6? That's a good question. It can't go on its line, so we don't quite know where it goes, but that purple is looking at the purple indigo cell, so that's got to be indigo now. So we've got... Right, so now we've got 4, look at that, we've got 4 indigos looking into the middle box of the puzzle. So where's indigo in the middle box? It's got to be in the middle of the puzzle, exactly in the middle. Right, and indigo in box 1 is now in one of these 2 cells. Indigo, nearly. Indigo in box 7 is quite close to being placed. What about indigo in box 9? Again, it can't go on its region sum line, so one of 2 places. Right, here's something then. So this line here, let me just highlight all the cells on it for a moment. Those cells, we can see indigo by Sudoku has been forced onto the top side of this line. So, I thought I was going to get the colour of this one. I can't. Well, okay, I now know indigo is not 9. Because if it was 9, once we added a digit to 9, this digit would be at least a 10, and that's not going to work. So, and this digit is 6, well, no, it's not 6. This digit is 7, 8, or 9, and it is the sum of, which is purple. No, it's not purple. Be careful, Simon. It's not purple. It might be, well, it might be purple, but it doesn't necessarily have to be purple. So purple is in one of those 3 cells. Oh, bother. Okay, that was nearly it, wasn't it? So this line contains an indigo digit and then presumably a very low digit. So it must have a 1, 2, or a 3 on it. Plus indigo to equal that digit, which I can't get out of my head that this looks like it's purple, but I don't think it has to be. It could be orange. Okay. Sorry, I'm not seeing what I have to do now. I don't think it's that line, which probably means it is that line. Right, here's a point. Where is purple? I don't know how I'm going to pencil mark this, but where's purple in column 5? And the answer is I haven't got a clue. But it's not possible now. If we just focus on those 2 cells at the top and bottom of column 5, they can the way to think about it is that these 3 digits in the central box, so green, orange, and purple, if we think about where they go in column 5, I can't put all 3 of those digits in the top and the bottom cells. So one of those digits must be on a line. And therefore, one of those digits is a 6. And it will add up to, it'll be a 1, 2, 6 triple adding up to 9. So one of these has to be a 6, which means this indigo is not a 6. So indigo is not a 6. Indigo is not a 6. Indigo is not a 6. Indigo is not a 6, nori nori. Now, whichever one of these is 6 is therefore going to be either on that domino or that domino, because we can't possibly put a higher digit into those 4 cells than 6. And that's going to mean either green or orange is a 9. And their segment is going to be a 1, 2, 6 segment. So purple is now not 9. Hang on, what does that do to this one then? Oh, no, careful, I've done it again. Sorry, goodness me, I dodged one there. I said purple is not 9 and then took it out of this cell. But I don't know that that's purple. I would really like to know whether it's purple. Oh, indigo is 7 or 8, and indigo is on, so this can't be 7 anymore. So this has to be either 1 or 2 plus 7 or 8 for the indigo digit in order to give a single digit total. So this can no longer be 7. And that feels like that's really... It's very interesting, isn't it? I love the way that these constructors can keep coming up with innovations with just using the simple region sumline rule. So if that was purple, there's something there, isn't there? If that's purple, where is... Because what this line establishes is that indigo is indisputably lower than this digit. So if this was purple, it couldn't go on this line, which adds up to indigo. So it would be purple plus something equals indigo, whereas this is indigo plus something equals purple, if this is purple. So if these are purple, purple would go there. Now, would that matter? You'd actually get a lot of purple placed around the grid, I think, if that was the case. Because then in column 5, where would purple go? Because if purple couldn't be in here or here, and purple would in that instance be 8 or 9, it couldn't go there. So it would go there, there. It would basically you'd almost get all the purples. So maybe this has to be purple for some reason. It's got to be it's got to be a colour. So it's either orange or purple just by Sudoku, because it has to be a 6, 7, 8 or 9, so it's got to be one of these colours, and it can't be indigo or green. So what does that mean? I'm not sure. It's the honest answer. Is there some way I'm meant to know? We've always got an issue here, though, actually, whatever this is, don't we? I'm just thinking, even if this is orange... Oh, it's not. No, actually, it is different. It's different. This can't be orange. Ah, that's really clever. That's really clever. Okay. Okay, it's a similar point to the one I was asking about whether this could be purple, but it's subtly different. Let's make this orange just for a moment. If this is orange, how does it work in column 8? That is the question. Obviously, it can't repeat in its own column, and it can't be on a line that adds up to itself. And it can't be on this line for exactly the same reasons purple couldn't have been if this was purple, because this line here is telling us that orange is the result of summing indigo with another number. So we can't put orange on this line. So orange, which it couldn't also be here, which wasn't the case for purple because of Sudoku. So orange would have to go there, but then orange is on this line. But orange is 8 or 9, and you can't put an 8 or a 9 on a 3-cell segment that only adds up to a single-digit total. So this is not orange, and has to therefore be purple. So now purple is 8, because it has to be a digit that's in common between this cell, which is 6, 7 or 8, and this digit, which is 8 or 9. So the only thing that works there is 8. So those are all 8, which means indigo, actually, it's going to have to be 7, isn't it? Because we're adding a digit to indigo, which can't be 6 for some reason. I can't remember. But yeah, I think it was because 6 had to be one of those 3 colours in order to appear on one of the lines in column 5. So we can just fill some of this in now. So 7s can go in the grid. 8 is over there. The other 2 colours, green and orange, are now 6 and 9. So this one is 6 or 9. Everything that adds, every 3-cell sum that adds up to 7 is a 1, 2, 4 triple. Ah, okay. So on this one, we can place the 1. And 8 we can place in column 8. Certainly can't put 8 on this line in box 8. So 8's going to get placed. That's going to do it, isn't it? Let's just check that. Is that really true? Yeah. So look at 8 in box 8. I think it is in one of those two cells, which means by Sudoku it can't go on this region sum line. 8 plus 1 plus 2 is 11, which these can't be. So 8's going to get placed at the top there, look. But that pushes orange onto this line, and that tells us that it's the orange that's the 6 and green that's the 9. So 6 goes here, green is 9. This is now, well, we certainly can't put 9 on this, on a line that adds up to 6. That 6 line is going to have to be 1, 2, 3. 6 is in one of those cells. 6 is on here, and this is a 1, 2, 6 triple, adding up to 9. So in column 5, we haven't put 4 and 5 in, and they're going to have to go there, which means in box 5, we've got a 1, 2, 3 triple out of absolutely nowhere. In box 8, this 1 is plonking a 1 into column 5. So now this is a 2, 6 pair on the 9 arrow at the top, and this becomes a 1. And now this becomes a 1 by Sudoku. This becomes 2, 3. And this becomes 2, 6. So now I've got a 1, 3 pair on my 6 arrow, and I've got a 2 at the bottom of the grid. It's just, it's really clever how that all unwound. Sort of quite magical, actually, that you could get to the bottom of the colour of this cell. Now, an 8 arrow must have, or not arrow, but these 3 digits must include a 1, because if they didn't, the minimum they could be would be 2 plus 3 plus 4, which is 9. 9 is bigger than 8. There's a knowledge bomb for you. So this is a 1 by Sudoku. These 2 digits add up to 7. And that digit is not 2 or 4. So this digit is 2 or 4, and this digit is 3 or 5. Because you're always going to need a 2 or a 4 in some sum that adds to 7. If you can't use 1, 6, which you can't, without repeating the 1, which would be too naughty for words. Right, this is a 1, 2, 4 triple in box 1. So there's a 1 in column 2 there. And 3 is in one of those cells. So 4, 5, 4, 5, 9 is in one of these. Is this 9? If this is 9, these add up to 9, and they're not 8, 1 or 2, 7, so they'd be 3, 6 or 4, 5. That might be okay. Don't see a problem with either of those, to be honest. Let's try and do more Sudoku in the Sudoku puzzle. So, okay, so there's a 7 there, and there's a 7 there, and there's a 7 here. Don't know a great deal about 9. Oh, yes, okay. Yes, I do. Where's 9 in box 9? There's actually a 7, 9 pair, look, in box 9. And that's going to place 9 for me in box 6, which is going to give me the opportunity to pencil mark a 9 in box 4. In column 8, what do we need? 3, 5, and 6. So these digits are from 3, 5, and 6, as Maverick does another pass over the flight tower. Oh, that's 3, 5, 6 as well in box 9. But 6 can't be in the corner. So 6 is in one of those cells. So 6 is now not on this. If this is a 9, it's not on there. So this would if this is 9, this has to be 4, 5 now. That would be a 2. That would be I don't know. No, okay, maybe that's possible. Right, so what do we do? Okay, where's the digit that's 2 or 4 here? There's a 2 or a 4 in one of those cells that has to go in the top row. Where's it going to go? Can't go in its own box, so it's going to have to go in the corner. That's about as useful as a chocolate teapot, I think. That doesn't stop this being 4, 5 either. Maybe it's this one then. Maybe there is something we can say about this one. We can say that we're only adding up low digits there to come up with this digit, because these can't be high digits. They can't be 6, 7, 8, or 9. But they could still be 4, 5, adding up to 9, couldn't they? Oh, what about the bottom row? 3, 3, 4, 5. 7. So is it 7, 8, and 9 in this column? That can't be 7, 8, 9. That can't be. That can't be. That can't be. They can't be. Oh, that's weird. I couldn't see that at all. Where is 7, 8, and 9 in column 2? The answer, I think, is there for one of them, which is not 7. Not here. These two, 7, 8, 9. And 7 is definitely down here. Okay. Okay, so I do at least know. Oh wait, hang on, so sorry. I didn't realize this. That's a 2-cell segment, adding up to a 1-cell segment, so this definitely can't be 9. But this digit's huge. This digit is the sum of 2 digits, one of which is a 7 or an 8, so that's got to be a 1 or a 2. So this is an 8 or a 9. Right, in row 7, there's a 7, 8, 9 triple. The 8, right, that's lovely. The 8 of which, in this 7, 8, 9 triple in row 7, there's the 8 in that triple is over in box 7, which means this digit is now not 8. That's going to have to be 7. So this is an 8, 9 pair, which means this is a 7, this is a 9. And that's probably important for reasons that we'll have to work out. Right, this is definitely green, this is definitely indigo. That's indigo. This is, well, we don't know yet. This is a purple-green pair. So those 2 digits, they can't include a 1. No way. Because 1, we'd have to be adding at least a 7 to a 1 in order to get to 8 or 9. So that digit's not a 1. So this digit is a 1. Now, so one of these digits is a 1. I don't think I know which one. And if I put 2 here, that won't work, will it? What would I add 2 to come up with an 8 or a 9? I need at least a 6. So 2 in row. Ah, this is massive. That's a massive point, because now 2 in this row seems to have to be in row 6, column 9. And that's going to fix that those are a 4, 3 pair to get me my extra 7 that was due to add up to the 8 that we needed. Now this is a 2, that's a 3. This is not a 3, so this is a 5 or a 6. There's a 5, 6 pair now left in column 8. And 3 is on this line, so this is 3. Oh, so it's a 3 plus a... Well, it can't be 3 plus 4, can it? That would only add up to 7. So it must be 3 plus 5, which means this one is 8. So we've got 8 here, 1 here by maths, 9 here, 8 here. Let's tidy up our colorings. Make sure that we're all on the same page there. So these are not purple anymore. This is now definitely green. 3, 5 makes this a 4, this a 5, this a 5, this a 6. In this row we've not put 2 and 4 in. Oh, okay, I thought I'd made a mistake. That's okay. That is okay. This is a 2, 4 pair, but that gives me a 1, 2, 4 triple in column 2. So that's not a 4. Now I've got a 3, 5 pair. So the digit I haven't put in is 6 in column 2, which makes this a... Oh, I could have got that a different way. Oh, but... That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. Okay. So how does this help us? What do we need to complete? We still need to put 6 in. Oh, we need to put 6 into box 4. This has probably been available for ages. I just didn't see it at all. But 6 is now. Let's go to colours and make sure they're all orange. That's definitely a green 9. And, well, actually that can't be a 9 arrow anymore, because it can't be 4, 5, which was, I think, the option that I narrowed this down to. If this is 9, can't be 1, 8, can't be 2, 7, can't be 4, 5, so it would have to be 3, 6, but that would make both of those have to equal 5, and that won't work. So this is not green, it's not 9, and that is. So that's 9, it's green, that's green, it's 9, this is not. I don't know what, so this is quite a low digit now. It's got to, oh, wait a second. It is a 5. Because the minimum this can be is 2 plus 3, and the maximum that can be is also 5. So that's where the equilibrium lies, and that's now a 4. So this is a 2, this is a 2, this is a 4. Now, what can we do with this? We're going to get that digit 3, that's a 6. We've got another 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion as well. This is now 5. This is a 4. So this is a 5 and this is a 3. Right, what do we need here? 2 and 3. Okay, we can do that. 2 and 3. 3 and 1. 2 and 4. Those digits are... what, 3 and 4? So in this column, these digits are 8 and 5. Must be resolved. It just must be. This is 4. That's 4 and 6. Now that I can do. That seems to be resolved. 4, 6, 6, 5, 5, 8. And this is 8 by Sudoku. So 8, 7, 7, 1, 1, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 6. And if we haven't made a ricket, that's a 5. Now, I haven't done my colouring very well there. So let's try and fix that. That one's got to be indigo. That one's got to be indigo. Don't think 1's ever got their own colour. 6's did, though. So 6's all want to be orange. 5's don't deserve to be purple. That doesn't deserve to be orange. So I should have 4 coloured cells in each box. And I think I have. I think I have. Yay. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. What a beautiful puzzle. I really liked the logic around this cell and what colour it had to be. Very beautiful ideas going on in the central column, Florian. As always, just a quality constructor of a quality puzzle. I hope you enjoyed your mushroom dance. Let me know in the comments how you got on. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.